Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/Malicious Compliance. In today's episode, 3 separate bags. Hurry up and wait. You mean all of our patients don't have seizures? My bad. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. 3 separate bags. As some of you may know, I work at a Mendy's drive-thru. There's been a lot of changes lately that frustrates the customers, the employees, and then another vicious cycle of customer-employee frustration for a cascade of various other reasons. It's like a beautiful waterfall that is running directly over the front of your face, making your lower lip come down, making you look weird and ugly, and you can't breathe because of the constant flow of water. It seems like it could be something good, but it all depends on where you're standing. The drive-thru people are standing at the worst possible spot, pummeled by beautiful water. But I digress. A lady orders 3 baggy bags, which has got to be one of the funniest wrong names for our products since that time a guy called the Backinator a Terminator. I ask her which ones. We have 3 options. She says a baggy bag, the only one you have. Wow, we're off to a swimming start. At this point I would usually be sarcastic, snide, or petty, but I've been learning from these YouTube videos how to interact with people properly, so this has helped me get rid of, or at least postpone, this sort of behavior in myself. I've found it very helpful for moments like these. I use this newfound social knowledge to simply explainigize that we have 3 options to choose from: the Bunyard Jack and Bees Charger, the Stubble Dack, or the Cheese by Crick and BLT. She said the Stubble Dack, duh. Oh, and you idiots always never listen to me. You need to put those things in 3 separate bags. Okay, now she called me an idiot. I really want to lose my zit, and my coworker can feel it in my voice, trying not to sigh and giving myself a breathing problem as a result. She helped me deflect by saying, "Oh my God, can you believe this woman? Sounds like my aunt. I hate my aunt." With a little from my friends, I don't say what I want to and say separate bags, you say? Preposterous. I just simply go separate bags? You got it. I said it the way I would describe what I had for breakfast, another thing I learned from Tom Hardy. She then replies, "Look, mother few $1 3 separate bags," and drove off screeching her car, which hurt my ear immensely. This really set me off. Even if I wanted to say something back to this lady, I couldn't. I saw her car swing around the bend and almost hit the car in front of her. My ears were still ringing. Time for some much-needed malicious compliance. 3 separate bags? You got it. So, the baggy bag comes with a drink, fries, nuggets, and a sandwich of your choosing. Typically we would put 1 burger, 1 fries and 1 nuggets in 1 bag. I'm gonna do it a little differently. I begged Bruce, my manager, to let me bag this one. He heard that BS this lady said, so he reluctantly nodded and waved his hand toward the station. I wash my hands, glove up faster than I ever have before, and put all the fries in 1 bag, all the burgers in 2nd bag, and all the nuggets in the 3rd bag. She gets to the window, and the driver looks very pleasant, and not what I expected. The passenger, not so much. She leans over the nice one and says, "Y'all got that in 3 separate bags." Sam, my cohort, hands the bags out and says, "Yep, 1 to 3. The driver looks in the bags and tries to hide a smile while shaking her head. Turns to the passenger who looks in the bags and says, "Are you serious? Oh my God." She yells at the driver to say just go, and the driver screeches off again, still smiling. It's kinda nice to ruin one person's day while making another's. Who am I kidding? They probably forgot about this 10 minutes later. I never will, though. Hurry up and wait. Customer calls in to place an order. Me, good morning, this is Widgets International. I'm long-suffering squid, how can I help you? Customer, I'd like to place an order for a widget type E. Me, certainly, ma'am. I go about placing the order only to find that. Me, I'm sorry, it looks like your account isn't set up to order the type E. That's probably a systems glitch. I'll send a ticket to IT to have it corrected and place the order afterward. What other specifications do you need for your widget? Customer, I'd like it in blue with a medium interocitor. Me, sounds good. I'll have that order placed as soon as IT gets back to me. There's no need to keep you on the phone for that. Customer, I'd rather wait for the order to be placed. Me, it may take some time. I don't want you to have to waste your TI. Customer, interrupting aggressively, I'll wait for the order to be placed. Me, very well, ma'am. A minute of me humming and typing passes. Customer, well? Me, yes, ma'am. Is there something else I can help you with? Customer, I want the order to be placed now. Me, yes, ma'am, I'm just waiting for IT to get back to me. Customer, how long will that take? Me, drawling uhu, could be a few hours. Hard to say. Customer, fine. You better give me a call back when the order gets placed. Me, certainly, ma'am. It's now 24 hours later and IT has still not solved the problem. Lucky for the customer, I found a workaround. You mean all of our patients don't have seizures? My bad. Once I worked for this lady who owned a home health agency, and I was running it for her. At first it was not that bad. Margaret liked me and had me doing a lot of things that maybe went above my pay grade, but I didn't mind so much because I was learning a lot and it didn't involve any direct patient care. In 2014, when I first started, she had an LVN named Nena. She and I got along quite well, and we were good work buddies. Sometimes patients would go to her office and she would shut the door. IDK why she bothered to do that when it was obvious that she was admitting them. I wasn't exactly comfortable with that, because you were supposed to be an RN, but at least she was a nurse. After it turned into 2015, though, Boss M decided to put in out in the field, so I was the only one in the office. Shortly after that happened, M caught me on my break and said, "Hey, I need you to do me a favor. There's a patient in your office, and I need you to take his vitals and write down all his meds and put him in the system." I said, "Margaret, are you actually trying to get me to admit this guy? That is so far out of my scope of practice that I would lose my massage license and maybe go to jail." "Oh, come on, you know you can do it, you have the knowledge and experience." I said, "You can try to flatter me all you want, but I'm not doing it. You're an RN, why don't you do it so nobody gets in trouble with the state?" She said, "Okay, I will give you a $50 bonus for every one of those you do." I said, "Really, $50? Wow, okay then, I'm in." I asked her how exactly IW.AS to come up with diagnoses, though with no MD report. She said to just Google the meds and see what they are prescribed for and get the diagnosis from that. That is so illegal I almost called my mom to ask her to put money in my commissary, lol. So anyway, I did end up doing it that one time. But I knew I had to outsmart her for ethics' sake, or I would have been stuck doing those for the rest of eternity and probably end up with legal problems for $50 a pop. I had to do something, but I wasn't sure what that was. Finally, I decided to deliberately make an error. The patient said he was on gabapentin. I know what that is, and I also know why it is prescribed. it could be for multiple reasons. Usually pain or anxiety. So I put down seizure disorder, the rarest problem it's prescribed for. When Em saw what I had put in, she started yelling at me, "You know that's for neuropathy." Nerve pain. I said, "Well, I don't know that actually. There are a bunch of uses for gabapentin, and seizure codes pay more than neuropathy ones, don't they? According to the coding guide they do. I know how important it is for you to make you more money, right? And guess what? You know, I noticed that more than half of our patients are taking that, so I went back and changed all their diagnoses to say seizure disorder, and exported all the corrected assessments to the state already. Aren't you proud of me? Of course I did nothing of the sort, lol. She literally lost her wig and screamed, "Do you have any idea how many ADRs I'm going to get? It will take forever. I will have to have someone scan every last one of those records and submit them to Medicare. Meanwhile, they won't pay me." Arrgh. I shrugged and said, "Well, I would probably estimate around 50, if the numbers add up." "That okay?" she screamed. "That's it. I'll never ask you to do that ever again. And give me back that $50. Really? Oh no. Are you sure? Oof, wow, I'm so sorry, I messed up. My bad. I know she saw me laughing at her as I walked away. There were cameras everywhere, after all. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.